Today, we're not just looking at an idea, we're looking at a blueprint for the future. It's a concrete proposal for how Indigenous peoples can become the architects of the most advanced frontier of the entire global economy. This is the story of Star Nations.
This sentence, this single, powerful metaphor, it's the key to understanding everything we're about to talk about. It completely reframes the digital age from an Indigenous perspective and unlocks a whole new vision for economic sovereignty.
Okay, so let's really dive into this foundational concept. For millennia, the bison was everything. It was a total, sustainable, and sovereign economy for the Plains peoples. Its destruction wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate act to demolish that sovereignty. Well, today, data is the raw material of our world, and guess what? The exact same patterns of extraction are happening all over again.
And this really draws a powerful parallel, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the current model. Our data, our stories, our health information, our knowledge, it's all harvested and processed somewhere else, and the value flows out of our communities. The Star Nations vision on the right flips this script completely. By owning the digital infrastructure, Indigenous nations become the keepers of this new herd. The value flows back, funding our communities, our languages, and our future.
Now, this vision isn't just a philosophical choice. It's a direct response to a massive global crisis that's building right now. The explosive growth of artificial intelligence, well, it's hitting a hard physical wall right here on planet Earth.
The power demand is just staggering. We're talking about a single future AI data center needing the entire output of a nuclear power plant. Industry leaders are all sounding the same alarm. We are literally running out of electricity.
And here's the bottleneck. The AI industry needs that gigawatt of power in the next 2 to 3 years. But our terrestrial grids, they're bogged down in red tape and planning. They can take a decade to deliver it. The timelines just don't work.
And beyond the power crisis, there's the water crisis. Terrestrial data centers are incredibly thirsty. They consume millions of tons of fresh water just for cooling. This puts them in direct conflicts with communities and, of course, with the sacred Indigenous value that water is life. The model we're using on Earth is fundamentally unsustainable.
So all of this highlights the urgent need for a new way of thinking. By moving the infrastructure to the ultimate greenfield site, we're talking about low Earth orbit. We can bypass every single one of these crises we just laid out. You know, the physics behind this is both simple and incredibly elegant. The Eagle fleet will fly in what's called a sun-synchronous orbit. Think of it like this. It's basically surfing the sunrise line around the Earth. This means the satellites never experience night. They're just bathed in perpetual, free, and totally clean solar energy 24/7. Now, this orbit creates a massive competitive advantage. Up there, solar panels are 5 times more efficient than they are on the ground. Cooling is done by simply radiating heat out into the void of deep space. It's free, it's silent, and it requires absolutely zero water and zero maintenance. This is a system that's in perfect harmony with Indigenous principles of environmental stewardship. And here it is, the bottom line for any investors and strategic partners watching. Just look at this comparison. Our energy costs are over 20 times cheaper. Water consumption is zero. We can deploy 3 to 5 times faster. And maybe most importantly, we move from being subject to foreign laws to achieving true, undeniable possession of our own data. This brings us to the project's most radical innovation. And you know what? It's not technical, it's legal. We are taking the foundational principles of Indigenous data sovereignty, ownership, control, access, and possession, or OCOP, and we are applying them to the orbital domain. So how do we actually do this? Well, first, we create a 500-kilometer air gap of pure vacuum between the data and any government on Earth. Second, we govern the satellite's operations under Indigenous law. And third, we use quantum encryption so that only the nation that holds the keys can ever access it. What this creates is a true digital Fort Knox, totally immune to foreign surveillance and laws like the U.S. Cloud Act. And this unique governance model, well, it creates a powerful market advantage. We can offer a premium service we're calling ethical compute. For global corporations that are under pressure to meet their environmental and social goals, hosting their data on a platform that is 100% solar, uses zero water, and actively supports Indigenous reconciliation, well, it's an incredibly valuable proposition. Okay, let's talk about the engine that's going to drive this sovereign future.
The Star Nations project is fundamentally a vehicle for economic self-determination. It's about moving our nations from the margins to the absolute center of the global high-tech economy.
And the opportunity here is just immense. The market for in-orbit data centers is projected to grow to over $39 billion by 2035. Star Nations is perfectly positioned to become the global leader in this brand new frontier.
The business model itself is robust and de-risked because it's not relying on just one thing. Revenue is going to come from multiple high-value services. We're talking about quantum computing for industries like finance and drug discovery, running AI models for global clients at a lower cost, providing unhackable communications for governments and banks, and providing vital internet connectivity to our own remote northern communities.
This chart really illustrates the core economic power of the whole project. Because our costs for energy, cooling, and real estate are effectively zero, our operating margins are completely unmatched. It means we can offer competitive pricing to the global market while keeping significantly higher profits than any competitor on the ground.
So, what is the ultimate goal in all of this? It's this number right here, a projected annual community dividend of over $500 million by 2032. And this isn't program funding from the government. This is unrestricted, own source revenue flowing directly to our nations, so we can build the housing, the schools, and the wellness centers that our people decide they need. This is what true economic liberation looks like.
This project is a testament to our resilience and our vision. It asserts that Indigenous values are precisely what the future of technology requires. The future is sovereign. We invite leaders, investors, and partners who share this vision to join us in building it. To become a part of the Star Nations project, please contact Jason Carter.